Welcome to Accelerated Engineering. This is the tutorial on the filter function, part 1. If you were looking for a tutorial on a different function, let me know in the comments so I can get started making that. The filter function is useful for sifting through large amounts of data. And so we're going to build a sorter, or a sort of an advanced lookup function based on multiple criteria. But step 1 is to use a single filter function to find part of what we're looking for. In this case in particular, I'm going to use the filter function to just sort out which of these vehicles is a Ford, or matches the make that I have input here. In this table I've got makes of vehicles, I've got some vehicle models, and theoretically I've got years in which they were produced and prices. Now I made up all the prices, and you should be able to tell at a glance that Ford did not make Model Ts in the early 2000s. That's about 100 years too late. So here's what we're going to do. In order to find just all of the models that fall under the Ford category, I'm going to use a filter function like this. Filter requires that it has an array to be filtered and then a criteria to include. So my array to be filtered will be all of the models, and my criteria on which to perform the sort is my list of makes, and whether or not that equals the make that I've assigned up here. That's all I need to do. Closing that off, that function spits out a dynamic array showing all of the models that have a matching make. Now I don't like it that they output horizontally, so I will add a transpose function kind of wrapped around this just to make it output vertically. And that works just perfectly. If I change it to Toyota, then it brings out my Tacoma, Corolla, and Highlander. One of the great things about the filter function is that it does not require your stuff to be sorted in advance. So I've added another column on the end here, and by expanding the range that I'm looking at, both the criteria and the target range, there we go, it automatically pulls in any other values that are added in. This makes the filter function flexible and versatile, and we'll see how to use multiple filter functions in the next tutorial. And this concludes the tutorial part 1. If you're looking for part 2, it should be linked right over on the left-hand side of your screen. Definitely on the right or the left. Certainly, almost for sure, one of those.